Hello, I'm Jean Kilbourne. As an educator, I was influenced early in my career by a book titled Teaching as a Subversive Activity. Since that time, Dr. Neil Postman, one of America's most important thinkers and social critics, has written broadly and influentially on issues of education, technology, public discourse, and the media. Now, with his latest work, The End of Education, Dr. Postman turns to the current crisis of American schooling. Here he offers us a provocative redefinition of the problem confronting our schools, our teachers, and our students. Revealing the double meaning of his title, Dr. Postman warns that we have lost sight of the purpose or end of education. He first turns to his most central idea, the idea of narrative. A culture's narratives, he explains, are the guiding stories our culture tells about itself, about where we come from, where we are going, and who we are. They are the stories which define our very identity and our sense of purpose as a society and as individuals. In The End of Education, Neil Postman reveals the erosion of traditional American narratives which once purposefully defined the meaning of public education. He demonstrates how schooling once made sense within coherent stories having to do with citizenship, opportunity, democracy, and equality. In a brilliant redefinition of the problem now confronting us, Dr. Postman demonstrates how new and markedly different narratives underlie our present conception of school. Here he exposes dangerous new narratives of economic utility, consumership, technology, and separatism. From the internet to multicultural curricula, from advertising in our schools to educational policy, Neil Postman reveals how these new narratives lie at the core of our current thinking about the purpose of learning, and how they threaten the possibility of restoring education in our time. In describing how we might reasonably and creatively respond to these problems, Dr. Postman proposes useful narratives to help schools recover a sense of purpose, tolerance, and respect for learning. The End of Education heralds a new possibility for a redefinition of the purpose of education, the essential first step before we rethink and freshly determine the means. I'm Jean Kilbourne.